Good morning, everyone. I always do this. Welcome back. So, another video on the cards today. Today's video is going to be push day 2. We're setting baseline numbers again. So what we're going to do is I'll run through pretty much what I'm doing, what I'm focusing on mainly for my chest days at the moment, or push days, not chest days. But we'll run through all of that today. I'm obviously going to get... I'm a little bit off today. I forgot to defrost some meals, so I'm making some changes, and it's probably a good thing to show you a little bit of alternatives and what you can do to ensure that you are always on track, even when you do forget to do things like that, or you do run out of foods, or you have to quickly go to the shops, or anything like that too. So we'll run through that. Obviously worked this morning. Started at 6:30. It's now about 9 o'clock. I will be getting into the gym around 2 because I do have some work to do and all that kind of thing. So I'll probably be training a little bit later in the arvo. But for the time being, that is all. I'll see you guys in a bit. And I'll probably catch you at the gym or at my first meal. I don't know. We're going to find out. But I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, and we're back. About to get the pre-workout meal in. So what I was saying before was how I didn't defrost my food. What I've gone ahead and picked up is, I'll show you, and I'll just flip the camera around. So I've actually picked up a Strength Meals Co. microwave meal. So pretty much the macros in this are 32 protein, 47 carb, and 7 fat. And it's just easy. You chuck it in the microwave. It's easier than, having to go home and cook something if you're in a rush or anything like that. To be honest with you, I just didn't want to buy chicken because I know how much I had in the freezer. I just didn't want to defrost it in time. And then what I usually do is, just to bump up the carbs a little bit, I'll just get a cup of rice, which is another 40 grams of carbs, which is really easy. Easy on the digestion as well. And it's really, really similar already to what I already have. So we're going to eat that. I've got to go to work. I've got to train someone. And then I'm going to get into the session. So it'll be a nice push session today. And yeah, I'll see you guys when we get to the gym. G'day, ladies and gentlemen. So I am doing a voiceover for this as the microphone wasn't working for some reason, or I didn't plug it in properly. It's one or the other. But we are performing the low incline dumbbell chest press. So what I am ensuring I'm doing here is keeping those elbows as tucked in as possible, or as comfortable on my body. So this is going to remove a lot of the anterior delt from this movement, making sure we are maximizing chest usage and just ensuring an overall perfect movement. So, my shoulders are feeling a little bit clunky at the moment over the last week or so. I think it is just getting back into usual training. It should be back to normal very soon. And also the wrist joints are feeling a little bit off. So I'm using wrist wraps here just to ensure that they don't give out on me or anything like that. But the next movement that we will be seeing here is going to be the plate loaded shoulder press. So we'll jump into that next. So we are moving into the plate loaded shoulder press. Big goal for me this off season is hopefully progressing this really far, making sure I get to maybe about 4.5 to 5 plates at some point, with controlled reps, obviously. So as usual with this shoulder press, making sure the wrists and elbow joints are stacked on top of each other to get the most out of the delts. We went for 3.5 plates on this, as I did a warm-up set prior to this at 3 plates, and it felt really good. So I thought, you know what, let's go for 3.5 and see where we can go from here. This M-Torture shoulder press is actually a really good piece of equipment. I'm really, really happy with the adjustments that you can do on it. You can adjust the seat, you can adjust handles, so it's really good. Puts you in the right position and the comfortable position that anyone should be able to perform this movement on. My last rep on this was quite a grind. So pretty much what I did was I did this rep and then I just stopped the set. Didn't think I wanted to push it much more. Didn't really want to grind down another rep for no reason in case of injury. But other than that, we'll jump into the next movement. Moving into the narrow cable stacked chest fly. So I like to line the cables and handles up with my shoulders, even just a little bit below. Like any pec fly really here, you want to make sure the arms are completely straight at the top, just to ensure that the chest is fully shortened. So getting the most out of the chest, getting a big stretch at the back, and just holding that contraction for about a second or so. This is probably one of my new favourite movements. I didn't used to have this in my training program, but I wasn't really fond of it until now, because I've now eventually just perfected that execution on it. I feel like I get heaps out of the chest, and I actually prefer it over a pec deck fly just because there's a lot more freedom of movement on it, and we can just contract a lot more, and I feel like the loading on it is actually quite good also. So again, in this clip, the microphone was not working. What we moved into next was the Flex Fitness lateral raises. Pretty much what I'm explaining here is I like to hold the D handles when I am performing this movement and squeezing the D handles to ensure that the side delts are really on. This is a tip I learned off on a Hunter Labrada's videos actually. The only problem with this exercise is I couldn't film it just because there was no good placement for the tripod to be able to film this movement without guaranteeing that someone's going to walk past the camera, as you can probably tell by how many people are walking behind me. But the next clip you'll see is me back at home, and I'll see you at home, I guess. Whew. Okay, so that is a wrap. I finished the session off with some wide grip tricep extensions. Then I did some overhead single arm cuffed extensions and also some single arm cuffed lateral raises. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my post-workout meal in. So I'm going to do 300 grams of sweet potato. The perfect way to cook that sweet potato is 5 minutes in the microwave whole. Comes out a little bit soft. I cut it down the middle. I then put a little bit of cinnamon on it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Then I chuck in the air fryer for about 12 to 15 minutes. Comes out perfect. Then I'm also going to do 40 grams of carbs from rice, because I do have a rice cup left over after today, and I need those little bit of extra carbs anyway. And then we're going to do 150 grams of chicken, and then that's it. We're going to scoff that down and see where we go from there. What you will see next, it'll probably be me in a clip tomorrow. I'm going to do a what's in my gym bag for this video. So I'm going to go through my whole gym bag, show you what I've got, and yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. It's not really tomorrow, but you get it, I get it. So we'll be going through what is in my gym bag. Before, just a little disclaimer, this isn't everything that's always in my gym bag. I do swap things in and out because I do have a lot that I do normally keep in there. So it depends on the session, depends on the day, and it will change. First thing is camera and microphones. I always keep this in my gym bag now, just in case I do want to film a video whenever I'm out and about at the gym, or even if I'm just at work. So obviously camera, microphone, we've got the two there. On the basis of camera, tripod is another one. So I always keep, whether it's this tripod or the tripod that the camera is on at the moment, I will keep this in my gym bag, not just for this camera itself, but also for my phone, so I can film any sets that I do want to send off to AJ, or even just sets that I want to film on my phone to post up on Instagram. Then, next up is a bottle of water. There is always a bottle of water in my bag, as I am drinking about 6 liters of water a day. This ensures that I do get all my water in throughout the day. Then we do have my intra-workout bottle. This has obviously my cyclic dextrin and my coconut water and my Powerade and my EAAs in it. I always have this ready to go on a training day. Another piece that I always try to keep in my gym bag is bands. So I usually use purple and green. Green's usually for my leg presses, and the purple I usually use when I do hack squats. At the moment, hack squats aren't in my program, so I don't really utilize it too much, but I always have bands in my bag. On the basis of leg day, next up is my Nike Roma Leos. So these will stay in my gym bag. There's a little pocket on the side that I can tuck it into, and they stay in my gym bag all the time actually. So I know it's probably stupid to have them in because they're so heavy and they take up so much room, but for some reason I just don't take them out ever, because then I'm gonna get to a leg day and I'm gonna forget to have them in there. But the Roma Leos are for my squatting, and I always have these in my gym bag. Next up is my wrist wraps. So obviously for push days, always keeping these in my gym bag. Next up is my 1MR cuffs. These again for most push days, most tricep movements, and a lot of my side delt work and fly work and all that kind of thing. Then I do have my Vulcan long rope cable attachment. So I use this for triceps a lot. I also use it for lat pullovers and things like that. Then I do have my straps. So for any pull days, or back and hamstring days, making sure these are also in my bag all the time. I do have my gym belt. So I've always got a gym belt in my bag, especially for my back and hamstring day, and for my pull day when I'm doing barbell rows as well, and RDLs is pretty much the main reason I use this. Skipped out on this one before when we were talking about legs, but I also have my knee sleeves in here as well that probably do need to be washed very soon. Then we got the famous gym pin This should get utilised a lot this off season. I bought this when I was in prep and I didn't really use it a lot, but now that we're in off season, we should be using this a lot more. Always do have my pre-workout, so at the moment I've got my Hostility in my bag. Good pre-workout, not massive on the grape bubblegum flavour, but the stim that you get from this is really good. Then my non-stim product is HR Labs Ride On. I don't know how well that's going to focus, but HR Labs Ride On, really good product. I actually got this for my show day and I used about 6 capsules of it and I fucking was pumped as. And even when I just use it in general, I'm fucking super pumped. So this is probably one of my favourite pump products on the market. Last, because who wants a stinky bloke in the gym? Always got deodorant in the bag. Because, yeah, you don't want to smell and you don't want people to smell you in the gym. And if you're one of those people that smells in the gym and doesn't use deodorant, I'm so off ya, it's not even funny. It doesn't have to be deodorized deodorant, it doesn't have to be spray, whatever. It can be roll-on, it can be a natural deodorant, but just fucking use something, okay? I know I said that was the last one, but it wasn't the last one, actually. I always have a fucking abundance of cutlery in my bag as well for when I do need to eat my meals on the go, so that's always in my bag. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's everything that's normally in my gym bag. To wrap up the video, I really hope you enjoyed the push day. Sorry about the microphone not working as well. I'm hoping it's working right now. But yeah, that's my gym bag. And then I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.